Hi crafty friends, I am back to share my project. It's like a mini album or tag flip, just a different type, and this is a collection from Maggie Holmes. It is the Forever Fields collection. And anyway, I thought I haven't made one of these in a while, so I thought I would make it. And so I cut up everything that I did in this album, and then I wanted to kind of walk you through on how I decorated it and give you hopefully ideas and inspiration on doing your own. So here is some trim for my stash. Where is it? Oh, I did create a tassel from my scraps. This is the cover I did use. Where are they? Before I forget, I did use Scrap Diva Designs dies. The circle doily die. I don't know if that's what it's called. You can make it into a shaker, a bag topper. And then I used the large bow mini album die. And then I don't know what this is called, a flower mini album die. And you can also make that a shaker. And you can use my coupon code to receive 10% off your entire purchase. The code is Phyllis10. So anyway, I'm glad that you are here, and I just wanted to walk you through real quick. I'm hoping this isn't more than an hour. Everything's cut, so it should go pretty smoothly. I try to have everything out that I used, so that way I'm a little more organized and I can just put this together quickly. As we all know that it takes time to, cut everything and then kind of play around. So anyway, I'm hoping this is a, fairly quick tutorial. So anyway, I have a flat back here. I have a metal frame, which was a gift to me. I have some golden thread. I have ephemera from the collection. I have Renee Bouquet's Tiny Treasures, Butterflies, which I'm on her design team. Those are my favorite packs to get. And then I have Renee Bouquet's pleated tulle in the back, and then some tulle from my stash. I did make the bow top a shaker. You can do that. I did use some diamond dots to put in there. If anything, you can hear it. I have a button here. And then, like I said, ephemera pieces from the pack. I did not, sometimes I will decorate the back side, but it would have been super bulky. So here's the next page. Here is that Scrap Diva Design flower mini album. Renee Bouquet's Tiny Treasures, Butterfly, and then ephemera from the pack, which I should have showed you. It's from this pack. And then I made it a sequence semi-shaker. I did use tulle. And then I did include some trim from my stash. I put some yarn on the tag. And then here is a tag, which I layered twice and kind of offset it. Ephemera from the collection. This is from my stash from another Maggie Holmes collection. And then I have twine in the back and some mesh. Here's that circle doily die, and I made it into not really a shaker, but just I put a die cut in the center to just kind of have it see-through. I wish I would have put something, maybe the sequence in the back here. If I remember, maybe I'll do that. And then here is the last page. More of the mesh here, ephemera pieces, and then buttons, and then Renee Bouquet's Tiny Treasures butterfly. So here is the back. So here are all the pieces. I'm going to set them aside here. I tried to do as much as I could, you know, gluing stuff so you don't have to watch me do that. And here is the front. And I did use the Maggie Holmes Forever Fields 6x8 paper pad. I really love this collection. I wasn't sure when I purchased it if I would like it or not, but I actually really love it. I love that I use pink in the back, you know, to give it a little pop of pink because I love pink. So hopefully I stay in frame here. So this is the front cover. Let me kind of I need to be able to see it. It's not going to be exact only because, you know, I'm not a store, so I don't have double of everything. So I just put this ephemera pack in a bag so the pieces wouldn't go crazy all over. So let me kind of dig. I should have got this ready too. I don't know. I mean, tell me, somebody. It says sticker on the back here, but it does not feel like a sticker. So, I mean, is that... I don't understand that. I mean, maybe it is a sticker. I just can't. It probably is. Kind of feels like it, but anyway, I did not peel it, and I'm not going to. I can't get it. I think I'll grab that piece. Like I said, you can, you know, use any die cuts that you have from your stash to create this album. Shoot, I should have did this. I'm sorry. Should have did this in the beginning, before I started recording. You could prepare all you want, and there's always going to be something, I guess, right? I know there's another piece in here that I used right here. Okay, so that piece, and I know I used this one, and I used this one. For these, you know, I sometimes wish that I would get my sewing machine out because I know it adds that special texture that makes the albums and your projects look so, I won't want to say professional, but it just gives it a nice touch. Oh gosh. Here's this piece. Okay, so what I did forget another piece, a couple of pieces. So here are some of my scraps of foam. I do keep them because we do paper them. And before I would use my boxes, recycle my boxes from getting mail, but I started throwing these pieces away, and I thought, why should I throw those away? Those are perfect. So I just gave that some dimension and put some foam on the back. Let me see here. Like I said, it's not going to be exact because I don't work that way. I kind of go, I create when I feel like it. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to grab some tulle, some pleated tulle from Renee Bouquet's. And I think I actually put it underneath that foam piece, but it's okay. We can work with that. It doesn't have, like I said, it might have a different look at the end here, but it's still going to be really pretty. And typically I use my glue gun, I use Fabri-Tac, and I use the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. There's that. And because I did not have this metal piece here, I replaced it with, I don't know, I had some pieces from Renee Bouquets that were metal pieces, but I can't find them right at this moment. And I thought this is from her shop. I figured this would be a little nice touch in there. And then the butterfly. I'm going to use a blue one this time. So I just kind of gave it a little, I don't know what you call it. I'm lost for the word. Use my glue gun for quick setting. And then, let me see here, for the back of this, use this foam here. And let me see my tool here. I have scraps when I try to use scraps when I'm working on projects, so I keep a bunch of little bins behind me or wherever I can reach them. Most times my desk is just piled. I have a small desk, but on the side of it, which you can't see, is just loaded with stuff by the time I'm done with the project, because I start grabbing stuff and just seeing if they'll work with what I have in mind. And anyway, so I just pleat that. Make sure, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm recording. I had problems last week. For whatever reason, I don't know what the deal was, but I tried to record and I thought it was all done, and then nope, I wasn't. It didn't even or it quit recording. So then I tried it like 3 more times and it still was giving me problems. So anyway, I have to, that's why I'm keep on checking. So I'm going to use some gold thread. This one was from Joann's, and I like the color, but it's super, super thin, so I tend to use a lot, because to me it doesn't really show as good as the ones that I've had in the past. So I just kind of wind it up, and I actually forgot to put it behind the die cut. Let's put this on first. I already forgot the buttons, I see, to take those out. And like that is a lot of thread, but like I said, it's super thin. And then we will grab, it says Beloved. Let me grab a piece of it's too thick here. Just want to give that some dimension. Anytime you can add dimension, I mean, that just makes everything pop out at you. And so that every time I have die cut, not every time, but I just love 3D and dimension. So when I can, I add the foam or cardboard. That is a lot of thread. Sometimes if these hang out, I just chop them off. So I don't know if you can see that. So there's that. And then let me see if I can find my buttons. Okay, so this is where I'm scared I'm gonna burn myself. So you just put those down. And if there's anybody that doesn't have very many dies, like Scrap Diva, and you want an album like this, or, you know, like the base of it, let me know. I can cut some up and maybe give some trim in the, you know, like a kit. And if you want to purchase it, I can do a couple of them or whatever. So I can, you know, I can work with you. I don't mind doing that. I actually would love to do little kits. So anyway, you can, I always try to leave my email in the description, but if you want something like that, please let me know. And where is, okay, so here's this metal piece. I'll just put some glitter glue, some glue there. And then I have this flat back, which it's not going to show up where it is here, but I will place it in another spot. Gotta remember I still have that butterfly to put on. And then, where is it? So here's a pack of Renee Bouquet's Tiny Treasures. You get 5 in a pack. She has a big variety of butterflies in her shop. And she has a rewards program, so check her out if you haven't checked her out. I love Renee. She's amazing. She's a small business, and she also creates beautiful some chipboard. So in this one, I want the butterfly to kind of show more. And before I forget, I should have did this in the beginning. I actually meant to do this last night. Make sure. So I know some people do it on the left side. I'm doing it on the right, just to kind of give it a different look. And my paper punch is super, super old. I've had it for, I don't know, 10 years. But anyway, it still works. And it goes through, you know, foam, and it's not the normal size paper punch, but it does. Oh, did I forget something? I did. Oh no, it's in the back there, that die. So anyway, it's already looking a little different, but that is okay. And so I'm going to put that aside. And we're going to go to the next page. So the next one is this flower die. And like I said, I use tulle. Whenever I use this tulle, my eyes are always itchy afterwards. And I'm like, what is the deal? And I realized it's the glitter. Somehow gets up to my eyes and makes me just itch and irritates my eyes. So I don't like to use this, but I love the outcome. So I made a sequence mix, and I just put it in the center here. You could put diamond dots. You don't have to put anything in here. It's really up to you what you want to do. And for this, I'm actually going to use, so I just put it over the top, and then I'm going to add glue to this die. You want to add a good amount of glue because it has to go through and stick the tulle down also. And then go around the whole ring, circle. And then very carefully try to find the shape and line it up. Make sure your fingers are clear from glue. And then you just kind of stick it down. And then I'm going to put this aside so that it dries. And then we'll come back and trim. I mean, you don't have to trim the sides. You can leave that hanging out. That would be kind of, or you can trim the corners a little bit. It's really up to you. For the sake of time, I don't know if I'll trim it, but I'm going to put that over so it will dry. I'm going to put a stamp block on top of it. And then the next, I'm not going to decorate it yet. And then here's this, this piece. Let me see here. I might just do this later where I will put some trim on here. I didn't get that out and I don't have the, what you call it? The needle, not the pins. So anyway, that is the next one. And then, oh, I could put, here's some yarn. So there's that. And then the next one are these tags. And like I said, I offset these. And I added, in between them, I added this mesh. And you can offset it any which way you want. I kind of just did it like that. And I'm not sure if I want to give it some dimension. Let me see if I have a big enough piece. So I just grabbed this from my scrap pieces, so I'm going to put that in there. You could add tulle in here also if you want to, or, you know, whatever floats your boat, right? Then I'm going to add another piece of this yarn. Okay, I'm in frame here. Stick it through. You could even do a couple cutouts of the die tag, or cut out your own tag and layer that with more sturdy heavier cardstock. I did not. I kind of wish I did, but so there's that, just to give it a little more interest. And then here's what I did with that and my twine. So I just wrap it. I kind of measured to make sure it's gonna, you'll be able to see it peeking through. So make it a little bigger than what you think. I just lay it down. Doesn't have to be perfect, but fix it however you want. And set a little glue so it stays in place. And I'm actually going to put some foam here. These ephemera pieces are super thin, so if you're using your glue gun, be careful. So there's that. I'm going to use the button. I'm going to use the larger one here. And so I have some rosettes here. And then reach here. And then I have this ephemera piece, floral. And just to add a little more interest, I'm gonna, excuse me. I don't know if I'm staying in frame. I apologize. Whenever I could add some tulle in the background, that's what I love to do, and that gives it more interest and just more depth to your project. So use whatever tool, you can keep those scraps. So this would be perfect for scraps. I also use this on my card making. So see how that gave it just a little pop? add some glue. So there's this piece, and then let's go to the next one, which is the, turned out kind of wonky. Sometimes that's what the glue does to your vellum. I'm just making sure. So this will be the back. And here is that ephemera piece, and I actually might put a little bit of the sequence mix. Oh dear. You don't want it too thick because then it won't seal properly and it might pop open. You don't want that to happen. So just put that on top, and actually I think I did put glue. No, I'm not going to put glue. I'm just going to let it sit in there. And then what I do for this die cutout is I try to fill the whole petal. Not the petal. This is not the floor. The doily shape. Wow, this brand new bottle is amazing. I've been suffering through my last of my Nouveau glue bottle, and it just has been sort of a pain. This one, it is nice and a little more watery. I guess mine, and you know, over time, if you don't use them quickly, they tend to dry out a little bit, or maybe the formula is just a little thicker. I don't know. But anyway, this one's nice. Put a thin layer around the circle. And then line it up as best you can. Sometimes this is the hard part. So just hold that there because that glue sometimes takes a bit to grab. And then once it grabs, then I'll set the glue, the stamp block on top, and maybe I'll decorate the floral die. So let's put this aside. Oops. Actually, let's put a hole through this one. And through this one. Hopefully those will be good. I just kind of guesstimate sometimes, so. To me, there's no science. You just create and make it look pretty. I'm going to just cut in a circle. I love this tool, but I can't tell you that glitter is fine and it goes everywhere. But it makes your projects really pretty. And let's punch a hole. I had to keep that in mind because once I punch the hole, I kind of have to line up my my design so that it's not crooked or whatever. And for this one, oh, wrong one. Where's, oh, right here. So I have the brown butterfly. Let's just use this glue. I'm scared my hot glue will burn a hole through the tool. And I don't know where that other piece is. Grab it. Let me look through real quick here. Oh, here it is. I see this piece. Oh, and this ticket piece. And that's it. I did add foam to this to give it some dimension. And then I put this down. Oh, let's use the other glue. And you can tilt that piece if you want. I didn't in the first one, but, and then for more, you know, interest, I'm going to add more tulle. This is way long, so anyway, let me trim off some tulle. Give it a quick glue squirt. And then a couple buttons, and that is, oh, and this circle here. Oh, also the Rene Bouquet's butterfly. Whoa. Okay. I kind of like it on this side. So there's that one. Let's see, where did I punch the hole on this one? Okay. Let's punch a hole. I don't know if that's too high. And then we have this last page. And I layered it with the bow die set, because you can make it you have the stitching and then you have the background. So I cut out another, it looks like this. And then so I'm going to put it on the back side also. Or actually, I might save it and put it on here so it just looks, where is it? Looks finished, because it is, you know, it has the back side of the cardstock. This is the polka dot. And then I'll have to re-punch the hole. I should have did this at the beginning. So there's that. I just kind of want to give it a push. Let's see if I could. Find where I punch that hole. Oh. There it is. So there's that. And then this is the last page. And I didn't see that. I mean, is there an easy way to go through these when you want to get it done? Okay, so here's that piece. I don't think I have a leaf. Let's see here. Okay. Where is the other leaf? Maybe I used it. There's that other butterfly I was looking for. Okay, I guess I'm not going to find it. If I find it, I'll attach it later. That's the thing. You can, you know, add stuff and then go back if you want. I don't normally work that way, but because sometimes I'll have, you know, everything set, and then to go back, it just messes the design up, in my opinion. So here's more of the mesh. I just folded that down. And where's that floral piece? Okay. And so on this piece, it has holes, and I turned it sideways. I actually meant to do it this way, but I wanted the strings to kind of hang out. So I'll just cut 3 pieces. And these, you know, little pieces you might have in your stash, scraps, so it's not that big of a piece. And you can put other trim on here, yarn, ribbon. Okay, and let's see. I just kind of give them a trim. I think I'm gonna add some foam. Okay, and add flour. I might give it some dimension. Oh, I did add one more piece here. I see it was like a card die cut right here. So we can add that. You can add dimension if you want. It just gives it more sturdiness too if you do. Whoa, let's drop my glue gun. So just stick that up here somewhere. This actually has some tulle on the background. I mean, mesh. And give this some dimension. Like I said, it gives it sturdiness also. Trim some of this off. And you can leave it like that. I hate covering up stuff, but when you're layering, you kind of have to. And then I had this leaf die cut, but I can't find, I don't know if I used the other one on something else. So there's that. And then another Renee Bouquet's butterfly. Stick some glue here. And punch a hole, which I should have done. Oh, sorry about the noise. Okay, so there's all these pieces. I'm going to try this big ring. I don't know what size. It's probably like a 2.5 inch ring. I used a smaller one, probably a 2 inch. This one might be a little huge, but you can actually add to it, which I just remembered. So I have this leftover acetate. In my scrap pile. You just want to kind of straighten that out if you... I need a new blade. And I will give it a little trim. You can use vellum leftover pieces. You can actually just use any paper scraps and make a tag. Punch a hole. And then you can actually decorate this too if you wanted. Look, I keep dropping, sorry. And then you can just stick it in here wherever you feel like it. I'm going to stick it there. That's the back. Here goes this piece. Yeah, this ring is really huge. Here's the tag. Here's this piece. I might actually, once I'm done with this video, I might add maybe a couple more pages. And then there's that piece. You'll still have the bulk of the trim there also. See, I mean, that's a bit of a big ring, but you could also make really a big dangle that hangs from here. I'm going to show you the trim I used. And this butterfly is from the pack also. And how did I put it? Oh no, I thought I put it on there somewhere. I think it was on something else. Okay, so these are the piece trims I did use, and then this. And you could add whatever you want. Actually, there's one more thing. I had a little bit too much coffee today. So I just kind of, I mean, you can make it as long or as short as you want. I'm making it a little long because I'm just going to tie it on there. Trying to use up some of my trim and my stash I've had for a long time. And you just want to, you know, try to match the colors, coordinate the colors with your paper. And then what I do is just take it You could do it individually also. You don't have to do it in this big piece. Oh, I lost one of them, so. it's not wanting to come out. Oh, because it's not. There you go. So keep that open end close, so if you want to add to it, you can. And just pull it. And see that, to me, that's a little long. I might just do some trimming here. But you want to make it a little longer than what you think, because you don't want to be too short. Then you didn't really waste the trim, but then you're going to have to go cut them all again. I've done it too many times, so I try to make it a little longer at first, and then you don't have to go back and redo it. So anyway, I did not, I think I'm almost at an hour now. I did not do a paper, what do you call it, tassel. Let me see what kind of scraps I have, and I can do that real quick, because I did add it to the ring here. It's kind of buried. Let me cover my glue. So what was I doing? Oh, the paper. Okay, so it could be anything, any scrap from your project, or it can be any scrap, you know, solid colors, just anything that will match the collection. I'm gonna make it a chunky, fat one. So I'm just gonna cut that. I keep on saying I need to get a ruler. It's probably what, a good inch, almost 2 inches. So if you have your fringe scissors, which I don't have, if you just have scissors, then you just cut some, you don't go all the way, you leave a little space at the top. And this is a good way to use up some scraps. And it doesn't matter if you're straight or not. And let me see what I have. I'll just use maybe this piece to go around. And some twine. Let me see if I have a piece. Probably not. So this is why you keep little pieces of twine, even though you don't think you'll use it. You'll have, you know, you will have use for it. So I just put this little dab of glue there, stick this down. Normally I put a loop on it, but I want to tie it to the ring. So I'm going to leave it without a loop, and then just do a little bit, like halfway, and then just start rolling it quickly, because as you know, glue starts to dry very quickly. And be careful so you don't burn yourself. And there you go. You can put any trim you have or paper around the top just to give it a a little decoration. In this case, I just have a little trim piece from my stash that I used on the ring. And then give that a trim. Grab your ring. Oh, wrong one. You can, you know, put it wherever you want. Like I said, this ring is a little bit big. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to leave 2 ends. Anyway, you can jerry-rig it. Nobody knows unless, I mean, most likely only you are the one that knows you messed up. So you can kind of fan this out a little. It's kind of small. I wish I would have made it a bigger one. And then, like I said, you can add beads. You could add charms on this to put a dangle on there. So anyway, I hope you really enjoyed and you're inspired. This album, tag flip, was so fun to create when I did it last night. I figured maybe I would share it with you guys, ladies. Like I said, I think it's a little long. So anyway, here you go. This one's a little tighter just because it has a smaller ring binder. Okay, ladies, let me know what you're working on, and I do read your comments. I just haven't had a chance to get to them, so I will, and I appreciate everybody that has left a comment, and you are a subscriber. So stay tuned and have a good crafting day. Bye.